Hyundai's made a point to always shoot straight with people. And now we're asking everyday drivers to shoot straight with us about the Sonata, uncensored.
This would be like a really good road trip car.
Ooh, road trip?
I'm 6'5". Look at the legroom.
Starts at $19,000.
That is a good price.
I mean, it's comfortable, too.
Can we take out the Sonata again?
See for yourself. Test drive the 2012 Sonata today. You can lease one for just $199 a month.
But only at your local Hyundai dealer.
Buying a car at Medved was awesome.
Even if you push, pull, or drag your trade, you'll get at least $3,500. And Medved has rows and rows of high-quality certified and reconditioned vehicles.
I like to come to Medved to buy cars because they treat you like you're a person.
That's Medved.
And I'll come back and back and back.
To the home of the original push, pull, or drag. Medved Pre-Owned. Just minutes north of Academy on the I-25 corridor to part the 181 ramp, Castle Rock. Short on time? Shop online.
4 people are dead, 2 are in the hospital, and 2 suspects have been identified. We have complete 360 coverage tonight of a deadly Wednesday night in Colorado Springs.
Plus, still no compromise to the debt debate. Find out how Southern Colorado lawmakers feel about the proposed deals.
And we'll show you how some visually impaired wounded warriors prepare for an event that usually needs good eyesight.
Fox 21 News at 9 starts now.
I'm here this morning to ask all my fellow citizens, any of those who have information about these crimes, to contact our police department.
Mayor Steve Bach makes an appeal to the community after a deadly night in Colorado Springs leaves investigators scrambling and the public wondering why. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Cole.
And I'm Nikki Wyrick. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. We have complete 360 coverage of the deadly night. The first shooting happened around 8 last night at the AutoZone near Powers and Palmer Park. Police say 1 man was killed and another injured. The suspect is 60-year-old Ernest Schmidt, also known as 47-year-old Edward Coffey. He's still on the run and considered armed and dangerous. About 20 minutes later, police were called to the Camelot Apartments on South Murray due to a domestic disturbance. When they arrived, they found a man in the parking lot with a handgun. Shots were fired at the officers, and police say they returned fire. 2 hours later, police were called out to a home on Maraloma Circle, that's near Montebello and Flint Ridge. When they arrived, they found 2 teens dead in the street. A third was taken to the hospital, where he later died. Colorado Springs Mayor Steve Bach and other city leaders gathered this morning to talk about the deadly night.
We are not going to tolerate any form of discrimination and violence in Colorado Springs.
Authorities also emphasize these crimes do not appear to be related.
Investigators spent the day at the crime scene on Maraloma looking for clues and talking with friends who knew the 3 young victims. Here is the latest on this investigation. The victims of the shooting, 16-year-old Aaron Fix, his brother, 19-year-old Wayne Fix, and 16-year-old Austin House were all killed. An official cause of death won't be released until the autopsies are completed. Tonight, police identified the suspect as 24-year-old Colorado Springs resident Michael Arangio. He may be driving a green 2002 Nissan Xterra with Colorado license plates. Police consider him armed and dangerous. Now, Fox 21's Kelly Worthman is live at a candlelight vigil at Russell Middle School near where the teens were killed. She joins us now with more. Kelly?
That's right, Joe. It may be hard to see, but there are hundreds of people gathered here behind me outside Russell Middle School. At about 8:30 tonight, friends, family, and classmates started lighting candles in memory of those 3 teens whose lives were tragically cut short last night. Now, I spoke to one of the friends of the victims who says that these boys will be greatly missed.
It's kind of shocking to hear about this. I cried.
Those who knew 16-year-old Austin House say he was a one-of-a-kind friend.
He was like my little brother. He was like family to a lot of people.
Residents in the neighborhood wonder if the shooting was gang-related, but Drew says that's not like Austin.
Austin wasn't really the type to be like that, and I kind of grew up like that, and he really wasn't, which was really good because then he changed me. And the person that did this is going to get caught.
Colorado Springs police have identified the suspect in the triple shooting as 24-year-old Michael Arangio. Earlier Thursday, a SWAT team surrounded an apartment complex in University Park near Montebello.
We had got some information that people here at this address may somehow be involved with that triple homicide.
The scene was later cleared out without an arrest. Now, as I mentioned, several people that are here tonight were classmates of the Fix brothers and Austin House, and this is something that is definitely difficult to cope with. Therefore, District 11 has set up some counseling services for students, even though school has not started yet. If you're interested in learning more, you can contact the Office of Student Services at District 11 at 719-520-2148. Reporting live in Colorado Springs, Kelly Worthman, Fox 21 News.
Thanks so much, Kelly, for that report tonight. Police also spent the day looking for the AutoZone suspect.
And police do want you to be aware, Ernest Schmidt, also known as Edward Coffey, is considered armed and dangerous, and he remains on the loose. Now, here is the latest on this investigation. Colorado Springs police got the call for the AutoZone shooting around 8 o'clock Wednesday night, and when they arrived, they found one male dead in the parking lot and another victim inside with a gunshot wound. Fox 21's Sade Malloy has been following this story. She's here with the very latest. Sade?
The El Paso County coroner is ruling the first victim's death a homicide, the 14th in the city this year. The second victim is in critical condition at a local hospital. One person is dead, another in critical condition after a shooting at AutoZone. Colorado Springs police say the suspect involved in the shooting, Ernest Schmidt, also known as Edward Coffey, carjacked a vehicle in the parking lot, taking an adult male hostage. That victim was later released. An arrest warrant has been issued for Schmidt, aka Coffey, on charges of first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, aggravated robbery, and second-degree kidnapping. Wednesday night's shooting has employees working at the businesses near AutoZone worried.
I didn't bring in any cash to work with me. I took my rings off. I was concerned about when I do leave, what's going on, the safety in our parking lot.
The women over at Comfort Dental have been talking about the shooting all day, and it's got them feeling apprehensive. It's a similar situation for the folks at Subway. Their building backs up to AutoZone, and they were so close. They say police wouldn't let them leave after closing up Wednesday.
I was just kind of shocked because it was so close to where we work, and it was like right, literally 50 yards from where we work, so it was like, it kind of hit like it could happen here,
And while the police presence was comforting for some, it reminded others their safety could be at risk. Now, once again, the suspect is Ernest Schmidt, also known as Edward Coffey. He's considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, you're asked to call police. Nikki?
Thanks so much, Sade. Springs police and the DA's office are investigating an officer-involved shooting. It happened at Camelot Apartments on South Murray. Police were responding to a domestic dispute. When they arrived, the suspect ran away from the parking lot and into an apartment. That's when shots were exchanged. The unidentified suspect was hit and rushed to the hospital. He's expected to survive. None of the officers were injured.
A reward is being offered for information on the shooting of a Fort Carson soldier. It's up to $2,000, but money is also being raised in Illinois by the victim's family. Tony Silva was finishing his military duty and was getting ready to head home to Illinois when he was shot to death in Denver. One man says he witnessed the shooting in the Motel 6 parking lot. He claims he saw two men shooting at Silva before they ran off.
Tickets will now be issued for booster seat violators. August 1st marks the one-year anniversary of the expanded child passenger safety law. It means police will start pulling over drivers transporting kids under 8 who are not in a car seat or a booster seat. It's an $82 fine.
Turning to weather now, another typical July day across Colorado. Sunshine early and then the storms and rain this afternoon. Terry has more in the Fox Fastcast.
Yeah, big storms out there today, and as you can see from our True View Doppler, still big storms out there tonight, especially from just south of Colorado Springs all the way out to the eastern border. We'll take a little closer look around the Colorado Springs area. Those strong storms just to the south of Fountain. Notice not a lot of motion on that. You could see some heavy amounts of rain. And speaking of rain, radar estimates around the Ellicott area so far today, 3 to 4 inches of rain. Flooding, obviously, a problem. As we head out to the east, some very big storms right now in and around the Cheyenne Wells area. And again, you'll notice the storms aren't moving much. So you're going to see very heavy amounts of rain. Flooding, definitely a possibility in portions of Cheyenne County. So what about tomorrow? Well, we could have somewhat of a repeat, although I don't think the storms will be as big or as much rain. We'll see some sunshine early, more clouds later on, some isolated storms late in the day, and some seasonal temperatures during the afternoon, mostly in the 70s and 80s. So looks like it'll be a little bit cooler coming up for tomorrow. I'll have that detailed forecast at 9:23.
All right, very good.
Thanks so much, Terry.
Well, tonight's look at news from across America begins in Washington. An emerging compromise coming out of Washington that could take House Speaker John Boehner and Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid's plans off the table. Fox's Ed Henry has the details.
The latest charge from the White House, Speaker John Boehner is the Grinch who wants to steal Christmas by forcing a replay of this debt ceiling debate at the end of the year.
At a time when people don't want to worry about whether or not their interest rates are going to go up and their credit card payments, especially as they're buying gifts for the holidays. I mean, if we care about the economy, how could that possibly be the answer?
When Jay Carney was asked directly if the Boehner bill is at least better than nothing making it through Congress, he ducked. Pressed on whether that means the president is willing to veto the Boehner bill and let the country slip into default, Carney turned it around on Republicans.
One of the things that's come out of the House conference is this desire to stand firm and then stick the president with default, I think is one quote that came out of there, which is really incredibly juvenile.
It does indeed appear to be the game on both sides of the aisle, since there's no clear path to an end game. Regardless of its fate in the House, Democrats insist the Boehner bill will die in the Senate.
It will be defeated. They know that.
But many Democrats acknowledge Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid's own debt bill is not likely to get out of the Senate.
Senate Democrats are playing with fire here, and it's hard to conclude that they're doing it for any other reason than politics.
That's why party leaders are quietly working on a Plan C as a last-ditch effort to avert a market meltdown.
Behind the scenes, there are discussions underway to find a way forward to how would you harmonize what Leader Reid has come up with and Speaker Boehner has come up with.
Now, Democratic officials say they see a lot of overlap between the Boehner and Reid plans on two key points. The spending cuts pretty similar. Also, the fact that both plans would create a special committee of Congress to come back in a few months and issue even more spending cuts. The key stumbling block now is what's the enforcement mechanism? They're calling it a trigger to make sure this special committee actually follows up with more spending cuts and is not just some other Washington commission like we've seen so many times before that does absolutely nothing. They're hoping to make progress on that, but they're still far from a deal. At the White House, Ed Henry, Fox News.
Colorado Congressman Scott Tipton issuing a statement today supporting the Boehner plan. He supports the cuts, caps, and balancing spending. He says it allows the states to vote on a balanced budget amendment. Tipton says the plan isn't perfect, but adds it's not the end of the debate, but the beginning of a solution. And Colorado Congressman Doug Lamborn says he also is leaning towards supporting the Boehner plan. He also admits it's not perfect, but it's better than the alternatives.
This weekend, athletes from all across the state will compete in the Rocky Mountain State Games. Fox 21's Allie Miles got to meet some of those athletes today. She joins us now with more. Allie?
Nikki, the state games have everything from wrestling to track and field. The athletes I met today got out their bows and arrows to practice their archery skills. But these athletes have a slightly different shooting style.
It's a sport that requires precision, accuracy, and a whole lot of patience. But what archery doesn't require is seeing the bullseye.
It's the back portion of my brain I'm missing, and it doesn't let me use my eyes properly. I'm only using the right half of each eye.
The 15 athletes practicing for the Rocky Mountain State Games are also wounded warriors, specifically with partial or total vision loss. For Gail Magianas, it's clinics like these that help keep a positive attitude.
The aspect of sports and being activity outside has been saving my life.
And he's not alone.
Once they realize that, hey, I can do this or I can continue to do this, it's like turning the light bulb on. They really take off. It's amazing.
Gail will compete without someone guiding him, but Kaz Werda is proving you don't need sight to hit a bullseye as long as you have support.
And some guys don't have support, or as far as other blinded people don't have support like I had, so it was a little easier for me. I guess I just tell people just keep their heads up and keep on moving on. Don't let the blindness stop you from living your life.
The 15 athletes training today will be competing against other athletes without any sort of impairment this weekend. Each person I talked to said they're not worried about the other athletes, just that they're proud of their own scores. Joe?
All right, very good. Good story.
Impressive.
Well, after years of anticipation, Colorado's first IKEA store. I know you've been waiting.
I know. I'm excited to go. I've yet to make my trip. What's all the fuss about? Well, we'll take you shopping coming up at 9:28.
Plus at 9:35, find out why some are actually saying you should pass on a hot dog at your next barbecue.
Then at 9:54, Bronco's training camp is officially underway. But first, coming up after the break.
A U.S. soldier is in custody for allegedly planning another attack on Fort Hood. I'm Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon. That story coming up.
You're watching Fox 21 News at 9 with Joe Cole, Nikki Wyrick, and Chief Meteorologist Terry Gerbstadt. Southern Colorado's primetime news hour.
Never be afraid to be yourself.
Whoa, yeah!
That's jazz on me.
I don't know whether to punch you or kiss you, so I'm gonna do both.
Open the door, we're moving forward.
You are linked to more possibilities than ever, and now there's a new opportunity to stay connected to it all with better broadband, entertainment, data, and voice technologies, and more personal service for an even better customer experience. Introducing CenturyLink.
Over the hill, beyond the horizon, no distance between you and me.
There's only one word that can sum up the La Casita experience. La Casita Mexican Grill. 3 convenient locations, 1 great taste.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Bruce, the sleep doctor. Here are my 4 tenets for a great night's sleep. Consistent temperature, excellent pressure relief, superior support, and a decrease in motion so that everybody gets a great night's sleep. Everything you do better with a good night's sleep.
Our prescription for a better night's sleep is at Mattress World with the new Sleep Doctor beds by Dr. Bruce.
Dr. Bruce is the only sleep doctor to design a zero-gravity bed. Buy it by 3, sleep on it tonight.
Make your aches and pains disappear exclusively from Mattress World.
Where's the best place to be this summer? I'm going to say ahead of the pack in a Ford Super Duty. Part of America's best-selling lineup of trucks, 34 years running. It's got what it takes. Best-in-class towing and payload capability and quality that's better than Chevy Silverado HD. And you know something else? The best time to get a great deal is right now.
Get up to $4,500 cash back on 2011 Super Duty. Visit your local Ford store today.
The Ford Best Place to Be sales event. It's a great place to be.
A U.S. serviceman is in custody after allegedly admitting he wanted to bomb Fort Hood, the same base where 13 people died in a bloody 2009 shooting spree. Fox's Jennifer Griffin reports from Washington.
Authorities arrest a U.S. soldier absent without leave after he is caught trying to make a large purchase at a gun ammunition store in Killeen, Texas. He is Private First Class Nasser Jason Abdo, a Muslim. The FBI, military authorities, and Killeen police working together to take Abdo into custody.
He's a very dangerous individual, and he's where he needs to be.
Gun store clerks alerting Killeen police on Tuesday after Abdo tried to buy 3 boxes of 12-gauge ammunition, 6 canisters of smokeless gunpowder, and a magazine for a Springfield 9mm gun. The suspect paid for the items in cash and then left in a taxi cab. 18 pounds of sugar, a pressure cooker, and smokeless gunpowder were found in his motel room. He had enough bomb-making materials for 2 bombs. Police say they believe Abdo intended to do harm to military personnel from Fort Hood.
I would classify it as a terror plot, yes.
Guns Galore, where Abdo tried to make a purchase, is the same store where Major Nadal Hassan bought his supplies before allegedly killing 13 people in the 2009 Fort Hood shooting spree. Authorities underscore the importance of reporting suspicious activity.
Every national event starts at a local level, such as this.
Abdo was granted conscientious objector status from the Army as a Muslim, but his discharge was put on hold. Military officials charging him for having child pornography on his personal computer, which led to his arrest.
It was more for the AWOL charge and the child pornography charge.
Killeen police say that the FBI is taking the lead in this case. Abdo will be held at a Killeen jail until prosecutors decide on the charges. At the Pentagon, Jennifer Griffin, Fox News.
Prison inmates take control in Mexico. 7 sailors are rescued in China, and 2 little survivors are found 4 months after a quake in New Zealand. Those stories and more making headlines around the world.
Security cameras capture terrifying images of prisoners armed with guns inside a Mexican prison. Images show prisoners opening fire on other inmates. 17 people were killed. Officials say the weapons were somehow smuggled into the prison. A bomb explodes in Baghdad, injuring at least 7 people. It was set off near a liquor store. Alcohol sales in Iraq's capital were shut down by the government in March, but later allowed to reopen. The pilot and co-pilot of this cargo plane are presumed dead after crashing into the ocean off South Korea. The Boeing 747 plummeted into the sea near a resort island. The pilot reported a cargo fire and yelled emergency before disappearing from radar. The Chinese Coast Guard rescues 7 sailors from a grounded coal carrier. It took the small rescue boat about 15 minutes to get to the scene after the sailors from Vietnam issued an SOS call. The vessel hit high tide, submerging the front deck. Some lucky goldfish are perhaps the smallest survivors of an earthquake in New Zealand. These 2 goldfish were found alive 4 months after the quake struck. They were in a tank in a downtown office building, which had been off limits until now.
Experts say the goldfish looked a little dull in color, but were otherwise okay. Joe and Terry?
A lot of rain out there tonight, Terry.
Indeed. You heard what I said about, Ellicott. They could have gotten anywhere from 3 to 4 inches of rain out of these storms. So, yeah, lots of rain. We'll take another look at the radar coming up after this.
At Carpet Exchange, all we do is floors. Not only carpet, but we've got tile, laminate, wood, we've got vinyl. If you can walk on it, we've got it. We've got 300 different styles. We've got 6,000 different colors. We don't have wallpaper or lighting fixtures, just floors. Great floors.
Carpet your entire home for just $12.99. Installed now at Carpet Exchange, your floor store, where you'll always get our low price guarantee. Carpet Exchange.
Some Colorado Lottery scratch games always offer second chance drawings. But if you enter at coloradolottery.com by the July 31st replay promotion deadline, every non-winning scratch ticket gets a second chance to win. If you throw your ticket away, who knows who might get their paws on it?
Al Serra, the #1 Chevy dealer in southern Colorado, has 9 vehicles that get over 30 miles per gallon, including Cruze, Equinox, Camaro, Malibu, and Traverse. Drive a new Malibu for $157 a month, or a 2011 Traverse for $263 a month.
You should definitely go see the guys at Al Serra.
Al Serra Chevrolet is your best bet.
Al Serra is going to help you.
Click on alserracolorado.com and check out our entire inventory. For the lowest price Chevys, Al Serra. Our costs are less, our prices are less.
If this happened to you, could you defend yourself or your family? Learn handgun and firearm safety at Whistling Pines Gun Club. Go from classroom to simulator to the range. And right now, take advantage of our 3-month membership special for only $149. Your membership gets you unlimited range time and access to our Try Before You Buy program on over 100 firearms. We have discounts on ammunition and shooting accessories as high as 45% off. But hurry, this membership sale ends August 7th. Whistling Pines Gun Club, your home on the range.
If you or someone you love has kidney disease, the partnership of Pikes Peak Nephrology and Liberty Dialysis can help. We've been providing state-of-the-art care to patients needing kidney dialysis for more than 30 years. With heated massage chairs, single-use dialyzers, individual patient TVs, and a quiet home-like atmosphere, patients can be assured their dialysis experience will be comfortable and safe. To learn more about Pikes Peak Nephrology and Liberty Dialysis, go to coloradoconnection.com and click on Health Connection.
This portion of Fox 21 News sponsored by Southwest Motors.
Well, despite the clouds and rain today, hot. Made it to 87 in Colorado Springs, 94 in Pueblo. Overnight lows relatively mild, 61 in the Springs and 62 in Pueblo. So take a look at that TrueView Doppler, and again some strong storms all the way from I-25 right out to the Kansas border. Some stronger storms just between Colorado Springs and Pueblo, right along I-25. If you're driving north or south in that area, watch out. There could be some puddling on the road. And the strongest storms right now, I think, still out in the Cheyenne Wells area, although it looks like they're starting to taper off a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if when all is said and done, you have more than 3 inches of rain in and around the Cheyenne Wells area. These storms should taper off slowly over the next several hours and be out here by midnight, maybe 1 a.m. along the eastern border areas, but could pick up at least somewhat for tomorrow. So let's take a look at future view. And overnight, that stuff dies down. As we start the day tomorrow, more sunshine to the north, more clouds to the south. And I think this is where we'll see that monsoon moisture tomorrow. That's where our best chance of showers and thunderstorms will be, although some of those could drift up into around the Colorado Springs area. But most of the storms tomorrow, I think, off to the south of Colorado Springs and Pueblo, and of course less of a chance as you head off to the north. So what about that forecast? Let's take a look. Colorado Springs and southern Colorado for tonight. We'll look for those isolated storms out in the eastern part of the state, again dying down by about midnight or 1 a.m. And there are your overnight low temperatures: 67 in Lamar, 60 in Trinidad, 63 in Walsenburg, 68 Canyon City, and low 50s there in Woodland Park. What about tomorrow? Some more isolated storms. Again, best chance, I think, down along our southern border areas. And here are the high temperatures we are expecting: low 90s in Lamar, 89 in Springfield, 88 in La Junta, likewise in Canyon City, and mid 80s in Walsenburg and Trinidad. If you're going to be around Monument, 79, and just a little bit warmer for you folks in Black Forest. So let's take a look at that forecast. And for Colorado Springs, I'm going to leave a slight chance of an isolated storm in that forecast up to about midnight tonight. Otherwise, mostly cloudy overnight and a low temperature of 60. In Pueblo, same kind of thing with a low temperature of 64. For tomorrow, partly cloudy and again, a chance of afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms. And if you get caught under one, they're not going to move that fast. Again, heavy rain a possibility, high temperature of 83. In Pueblo, partly cloudy, a chance of afternoon and evening storms, and a high temperature right around 89 degrees. If you'd like to check the temperature or check the radar, coming up for tomorrow, ColoradoConnection.com, the place to go. So it looks like it's going to be a little bit cool tomorrow. As a matter of fact, we may actually be below normal, and we haven't said that for 20 days.
Wow.
20 days straight of
nice.
temperatures at or above average in Colorado Springs. Complete forecast coming up at 9:41.
Maybe one of those storms will get caught over one of your tomato plants.
As long as it doesn't have hail, just the rain, I'm happy.
All right, thank you, Terry.
The makers of Tylenol are recommending people use a lower dose of the drug.
We'll look at the reasons behind the changes. That's coming up later in tonight's Modern Medicine.
And we showed you the madness at the new IKEA yesterday. Tonight, we follow a shopper checking out the store.
I was wondering how you'd look after 6 years. Not nearly as good as you. Your life seems perfect. It's perfect. No one's life is perfect. He's not safe. He's not safe.
This is your game. I'm just playing by the rules. Where the hell are you?
You must share your secret. You have the wrong girl!
Wham! I was hurt in a car wreck.
He was hurt and he couldn't work.
I'm attorney Frank Azar of the Strong Arm. Let me go to work right now to help you get the money you deserve.
You'll always find fresh produce at King Soopers. There's a big selection of locally grown.
We're Colorado Proud.
Colorado Proud means we support our local farmers.
Colorado Proud means the best local produce available.
Fruit that's full of flavor, season after season.
Quality and freshness go hand in hand.
Oh yeah, it's fresh.
Colorado Proud means you're going to get the best of Colorado.
At King Soopers, we're Colorado Proud.
I'm Colorado Proud.
I'm Colorado Proud.
I'm Colorado Proud. Get more value
for the way you live.
Every day at King Soopers.
In the last 24 years, I've seen the real estate market take some wild rides. I'm Brian Macker of the Macker team, and I want to be your realtor. I can get you the most money in the least amount of time with the fewest hassles. I know how to sell homes in a tough market. I average 150 homes a year, while the national average is only 6. I'm not bragging. I'm applying for a job. If you're not happy, fire me. You're in control. I'm Brian Macker, and I want to be your realtor.
To learn more, log on to ColoradoConnection.com and click on Best Bets for the Macker team.
The finest public servants in the country walk through these doors. Victory Defense Consulting can equip you properly for victory. We're the largest tactical gear, law enforcement, and public safety supply store in southern Colorado. Come in and try it before you buy it. We'll outfit you from head to toe with everything you need for safety and victory. We also conduct carry concealed handgun training and certification, as well as other custom training programs and courses. Victory Defense Consulting in Canyon City, across from the DOC Academy and the Abbey. View weekly web specials at victorydefense.com.
The winner of American Idol is Scotty McCreery!
This is my dream.
Is it your dream? Then now's your chance. Auditions for Idols next season are coming to Denver at Invesco Field at Mile High on Friday, July 29th.
Your American Idol, ladies and gentlemen!
It's such a rush.
For details, go to AmericanIdol.com.
Drivers won't be able to get copies of vehicle titles because of a problem with computers at state motor vehicle offices. We begin our look around Colorado in Denver. A computer system broke down this morning. People can still renew their registrations but can't get copies of titles until the system is fixed. The computer problem also means the state can't issue titles to auto dealers. Driver's license renewals aren't affected. A woman arrested last week on animal cruelty charges jumped bail after she was unable to get her animals back. Holiday Christie was accused of felony animal cruelty and obstruction. She was released on $2,500 bond after the Humane Society seized more than a dozen dogs, 2 cats, and 4 goats. Christie called the courts this week to inform the judge she was 1,000 miles away and wouldn't be able to attend her court appearance. The Weld County Fair is adding bullfights to its schedule. The event organizer says Mexican fighting bulls will be used in the event every Friday, but not bucking bulls, which are traditionally used in rodeos. The event will feature rodeo clowns who will get points for touching the bull while doing tricks.
Colorado's first ever IKEA store is open for business in Centennial, and some shoppers, they even waited in line for days hoping to be some of the first in the store. Fox's Dave Young has more from shoppers.
We've both been working a lot, and so we just decided that we would take a little break this morning and bring the kids down and check it out.
The Day family are novices in IKEA ways.
Would pink be the color that you would want?
Braving tens of thousands of others.
Just go ahead and sit in it.
A family odyssey.
All right, well, let's keep looking. Come on.
They didn't care about free giveaways.
It says it has soft inserts for the jewelry. Yeah. That's really cool.
Just shopping.
It's a cool gift for somebody for $10.
Right.
Wow, they just have everything here.
Amid controlled but friendly chaos.
The lamp I was talking about, it's pretty cool.
Slowly working their way through.
It's a placemat, but I want to put it on my kitchen table because it's
tens of thousands of items.
Back spring is $300.
Getting ideas.
Do you like this for your room? It's got the swimming pool and a castle. Pretty cool.
After a few hours,
This way for the lineup.
heading for checkout.
Thank you. I thought the prices were really good for, I thought the quality. Pretty much what I learned is they have everything. So whatever you're looking for, they have it. It's really kind of a full day experience.
Your wife's been begging you to go yet?
Oh, yeah, we'll make it up there. They do have everything. That lady was perfectly correct. I mean,
And it's very kid-friendly, too, so the boys will enjoy it.
Got to have some meatballs. That was Fox's Dave Young reporting, by the way. A former American Idol champion is officially off the market.
That's right. More about Lee DeWise's engagement to his girlfriend in the Foxlight.
And one doctor's group wants warning labels on hot dogs. We're going to take a look at that next in tonight's Modern Medicine.
Coming up on The King of Queens, tugs down on Carrie's night class.
Grown woman in school, it's like a 40-year-old guy with braces.
He's just a little jealous.
I don't even know you anymore.
Tonight at 10:30 on Fox 21.
Chaffee County, now this is Colorado. Get off road. Salida, Buena Vista, fun, friendly, affordable. Get here.
It's time for the El Paso County Fair, July 23rd through the 30th. Come and experience all the fun, food, activities, and excitement the El Paso County Fair has to offer. With magic acts and live band performances, to racing, demolition derby, and bullfighting, to gunfighters and 4-H shows, to cotton candy and carnival rides, to kids' activities, contests, and shopping, to petting zoos and fishing, too. There's a world of excitement and experiences waiting for you. Looking to have fun for a day? We're just minutes away. The El Paso County Fair. Good times start here.
Hi, Dale Langford here. I've been writing lawn and garden columns for 40 years. You know, the results of using organic-based granular Revive to keep your lawn strong, healthy, and deep green during the summer months is a natural. Excess growth and stress are reduced while your Revive-treated lawn looks great. Another plus, Revive allows your lawn to efficiently save water. And in today's world, that is a plus. So why use Revive? Because it works.
I don't want cheap flooring.
Right.
No extra charges.
It was a kid from Lawn and Garden.
Nickeled and dimed.
I am done with home centers.
He's done.
I wanted hassle-free.
Easy.
Guaranteed.
Durable.
Beautiful.
Installed. It needs to stand up to my kids.
Lots of kids.
I got a puppy. I know just what you're looking for.
Buy any resistant carpet with no extra charges. Ask about our Healthier Living installation system. Special financing available. At O'Brien's Carpet One Floor and Home, you'll like the way we do business.
Chaffee County, now this is Colorado. Get soaked. Salida, Buena Vista. Fun, friendly, affordable. Get here.
Time now for the top news at the bottom of the hour. 3 young victims of a deadly shooting last night have been identified. Police say 16-year-old Aaron Fix, his brother 19-year-old Wayne Fix, and 16-year-old Austin House were all killed outside a home on the corner of Mira Loma and Montebello near Flint Ridge. Tonight, police identified the suspect as 24-year-old Colorado Springs resident Michael Arangio. He may be driving a green 2002 Nissan Xterra with Colorado license plates. Police say we must consider him armed and dangerous.
Another shooting happened around 8 o'clock at the Auto Zone on Palmer Park and Powers. That's on the east side of town. Police are looking for Ernest Schmidt, a.k.a. Edward Coffey. Right now, officials say he's on the loose and considered armed and dangerous. He's suspected of killing one person in the parking lot and shooting another inside the store. The second victim is in critical condition tonight. Schmidt is facing a long list of charges.
Springs police in the DA's office, they're investigating an officer-involved shooting. It happened at the Camelot Apartments on South Murray. Police were responding to a domestic dispute. When they arrived, the suspect ran away from the parking lot and into an apartment. That's when shots were exchanged. The unidentified suspect was hit and rushed to the hospital. He's expected to survive. None of the officers were injured.
In tonight's Modern Medicine, Johnson & Johnson is trying to lower the risk of accidental overdoses. The company is reducing the maximum daily dose of extra-strength Tylenol. Starting sometime this fall, labels will list the maximum daily dose at 6 pills a day. That's down from 8. Acetaminophen is an active ingredient in Tylenol, and too much can cause liver damage or even death. Scientists have found a flu super antibody. They say it may be a turning point in the development of new flu treatments. Researchers identified the antibody as from a human patient, which neutralizes both main groups of the influenza A virus. They say it's the first and only antibody known to target all the influenza A viruses, and it could lead to new treatment options.
Well, hot dogs are a part of summer for many people. However, one doctor's group wants a warning to accompany every package. Fox's Matt Grubbs has more.
Decade and a half.
All right, Chef Brandon.
Harry Coley has been slinging hot dogs to Dallas families.
It's a treat for them. And when they find out that I'm in business and I have it here, they're jumping up and knocking on the door.
He's heard it all before.
You can overdo anything, and I don't think the United States government, they can't settle their own problem. They can't even find a budget.
Coley barely batted an eye at the argument behind this billboard. The Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine put it up in Indianapolis to point out that eating processed meats like hot dogs can lead to an increased risk of colorectal cancer with something like a hot dog a day. And research seems to show they may be right.
There is a link there, and most of the research is showing it. Now, how strong that is probably still yet to be determined.
At Baylor Plano, dietitian Megan Moore deals with people who need to change what they eat.
We can eat pretty good about 80% of the time. There's 20% where there's room for the ice cream, the hot dog. Are they necessarily the healthiest choice? Probably not.
Warning labels?
Yes, I think people are pretty aware they're not a superfood.
2 lonesome dogs every time.
Back at Coley's Dallas Eatery, Emily Comer, a weekly regular, has moderation as her mantra and is unconcerned.
I couldn't care less.
Some just don't see the point of a warning label.
Just down the road, I wonder how many people have stopped at that stop sign and there's a warning, it's red.
Doesn't really make you want to go out and barbecue, does it?
It doesn't.
Well, that was Fox's Matt Grubbs reporting tonight. Game show host Alex Trebek is known for having all the answers.
But he couldn't solve one mystery, and it left him on crutches. Find out what happened later as Fox 21 News at 9 continues. But first, here's Terry.
There is more rain in the forecast, but I think we'll dry out a little bit over the weekend. I'll have a week's worth of weather after this.
According to Jim, tonight at 11:30 on Fox 21.
On the next 2.5 Men, Judith's sexy sister has her sights set on Alan.
I forbid you to have anything to do with my sister.
Oh, really? What are you going to do, Judith? Divorce me? Marry me again and then divorce me? On 2.5 Men.
Next on Fox 21.
Here in southern Colorado, weather can go from calm to severe in a flash.
Whether it's rain, snow, or shine, we'll make sure you're prepared, bringing you the most accurate, current, and extended forecast.
Giving you the facts first without distorting the truth. Fox 21 News, telling it like it is.
Our best innovations, our best performances, our best models. Like the Olympic Games, the BMW Drive for Team USA brings out the best in all of us. Test drive a BMW versus the competition and help support Team USA. Lease a BMW 328i xDrive sedan for $379 a month until August 1st.
More people are leaving BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus for Audi than ever before. Experience the Summer of Audi event and get over 130 channels of Sirius XM satellite radio for 3 months at no charge.
Ask your current tanning studio how many locations they have and how long they've been in business. And ask them how often they change their bulbs and update the equipment. Tan Your Hide has 8 locations citywide and has been in business for 29 years. And Tan Your Hide offers you the newest tanning equipment and 7 different levels of tanning. Plus, Tan Your Hide is the only place you will find the new Mystic HD booth. Start tanning today for only $10. Experience the difference only at Tan Your Hide.
The second anniversary event is going on now at Larry H. Miller Liberty Toyota. Now more than ever, it's time to make the apples to apples comparison. Our award-winning dealership features the highest-end customer service and is convenient no matter where you live. North, south, east, west, all roads lead to Liberty Toyota. Plus, you'll save thousands today at the second anniversary event going on now at Larry H. Miller Liberty Toyota, where apples to apples, you won't find a better deal. On the corner of Powers and Woodman in the Powers Auto Park, driven by you.
Connected to sports. ColoradoConnection.com. We connect with you.
Let's take a look at those high temperatures around southern Colorado for today. 87 in Colorado Springs, 7 degrees warmer in Pueblo, made it into the mid-90s in La Junta and Lamar, upper 90s, Springfield, 88 Trinidad, and just a little bit warmer in Lyman. What happens over the next 24 hours around the nation? Let's take a look. Here is Future View. We're going to see a little of that monsoon moisture bubble up into Colorado, most of it, though, in the southern portion of the state, and that's where our best chances of storms are going to be. Less of a chance as you move to the north. If you're traveling down into Mexico, you're going to see some storms down there. And there's a front right about in here you can kind of follow by looking at those radar echoes. We'll see some showers and thunderstorms from New York and Pennsylvania all the way back in through Kansas. The rest of the nation looks fairly calm for tomorrow. Could be a few storms down along the Gulf Coast. What about those high temperatures? We'll take a look around, and 88 is what we're looking for if you're going to Minneapolis. Likewise, Chicago. Some 80s and 90s out to the east. 90s in Texas. Sounds hot, but keep in mind they've been in the 100s for most of the last several weeks, so that's actually cooler for those folks. We'll look for 93 in Billings, and if you really like the cool stuff, San Francisco at 71 looks pretty good for tomorrow. For tonight in southern Colorado, some isolated storms. Best chance is going to be out near the eastern border, although an isolated storm possible along the I-25 corridor. 63 your low in Wassenberg, 67 in La Junta, 65 in Fountain, and 57 in Monument. Then coming up for tomorrow, we're going to see some isolated storms. Again, that best chance down along the southern tier of counties, but that doesn't preclude the rest of us from seeing a few isolated storms. 87 the high in Kit Carson. We'll go for low 90s there in Lamar. 84 in Walsenburg, 88 Canyon City, 4 degrees cooler in Alamosa. If you're going to be in Woodland Park, 76 for the high and 79 in Monument. What about the next 7 days? We'll take a look, and it shapes up like this for Colorado Springs. Coming up for tomorrow, we'll look for some isolated storms. As a matter of fact, there's a chance of isolated storms right through the next 7 days, but if we are going to see a dry day, totally dry day, it'll probably come over the weekend. 83 tomorrow. We start to warm up on Saturday. Back to the low 90s Sunday and Monday, then we'll back it off just a little bit into next week. In Pueblo, 89 tomorrow, then it's back to the 90s. As a matter of fact, by Monday, we're close to 100 degrees, maybe not quite as hot the rest of next week. Looking at Fremont County and Canyon City, 92 coming up on Saturday, 94 on Sunday, 96 on Monday. Then we'll back it off a little bit Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And finally, if you're going to be in Teller County, we're looking for an 80 coming up on Saturday and right around 79, upper 70s through the rest of the next 7 days. Again, slight chance of late day storms pretty much each and every afternoon and evening. If you'd like to check out a week's worth of weather, ColoradoConnection.com is where you can go. So some storms tomorrow. I think if we're going to dry out, it's going to be over the weekend. It's going to be our best chance.
Good news for us, right? Got the weekend off.
It's true. There you go. Then it can rain again next week, and we don't care.
That's right. Thanks, Terry. Well, a coyote is saved after a jar gets stuck on its head.
More on how the jar was removed. That's coming up in tonight's Hot Shots.
And the lack of a debt deal is still affecting investors on Wall Street. The day in business is next.
Everybody loves that cushiony feeling.
Uh-oh, I gotta go.
And with Charmin Ultra Soft, you can get that same cushiony feeling you love while still using less. Charmin Ultra Soft has extra cushions that are soft and more absorbent, so you can use 4 times less versus the leading value brand. Using less never felt so good. We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin Ultra Soft?
The J.D. Byrider Red Tag event is rocking right now with red tags on our huge selection of better cars. Red tags means you could drive away for less. Just $199, $299, or $399 at delivery. We don't rely on outside banks for approval, so you really could be driving today. And our red-hot red tags can save you real cash at the same time. So get to J.D. Byrider's Red Tag event and drive away for less.
J.D. to the rescue. J.D. Byrider.
Hi, we're looking to save some money on our car insurance.
Great! At Progressive, you can compare rates side by side so you get the same coverage, often for less.
Wow, that is huge.
And this is to remind you that you could save hundreds.
Yeah, that'll certainly stick with me.
We'll take it.
Go, big money! I mean, go, it's your break, honey.
Same coverage, more savings. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
College football season is coming, and the hometown Air Force Falcons have the best deal in the Mountain West. Join the Falcons for 7 home games with 4 against conference rivals, including Rose Bowl champion TCU. Plus, a Commander-in-Chief's trophy tilt with Service Academy rival Army. See all the action this season with ticket packages starting as low as $60. Call 472-1895 or go online at goairforcefalcons.com today. Don't miss any action from your hometown team.
So where's the best place to be this summer? Well, you've got choices. You could go with behind the wheel of a Ford Escape with hands-free sync technology. Or maybe Edge. It's got best-in-class V6 highway fuel economy. Or what about the Explorer with an exclusive terrain management system? Whatever you choose, one thing's for certain. The best time to get a great deal is right now.
Get up to $3,000 cash back or 0% for 60 plus up to $1,000 cash back on Escape. Visit your local Ford store today.
The Ford Best Place to Be sales event. It's a great place to be.
Well, it's good news on the job market, and it's turning into good news on the housing market.
Fox's Liz McDonald wraps up the day in business.
Stocks still dropping as America is still waiting for a debt deal. The market down for a 5th straight session, down almost 4% during the losing streak. But a sliver of good news for the job market. New claims for unemployment insurance falling below 400,000 for the first time in 16 weeks. Next week, the government releasing the job numbers for July. More people are getting out their pens to ink a deal for a house. The number of signed contracts to buy a home rising in June for the 2nd straight month, but still below the level signaling a turnaround in housing. As the president's health care law is kicking in, taxpayers will be kicking in more money. A new report saying federal, state, and local governments will be paying for almost half of America's health care costs by the year 2020. And JetBlue looking to make some green by letting customers fly whenever they want. The airline offering new unlimited flight packages for travel out of Boston and Long Beach, California. The deal's aimed at business travelers, covering 3 months' worth of trips starting on August 22nd. And that's business. I'm Liz McDonald.
In the Fox Light tonight, America doesn't know much about Steve Jones yet, but the 34-year-old UK television personality is coming to the States to host Simon Cowell's The X Factor. Jones started off as a model and now designs his own clothing line called Good Souls. He'll make his official debut here in the States when X Factor premieres September 21st, right here on Fox. American Idol Season 9 winner Lee DeWise is engaged. The singer's rep tells Us Weekly that he and model actress Jonah Walsh will tie the knot next fall. The Illinois native popped the question during a Florida vacation earlier this month. The 25-year-old met Walsh while shooting a video for his first single.
A game show host turns into a brazen crime fighter, but it wasn't a seamless plan for Alex Trebek. He slipped up and hurt himself. Fox's Lauren Green has the story.
Legendary game show host Alex Trebek on crutches in California hosting the National Geography. Questions, as usual, the Jeopardy host answered.
The answer is, at 2:30 yesterday morning, chasing a burglar down the hall at my San Francisco hotel until my Achilles tendon ruptured.
That burglar broke into Trebek's hotel room after 2 a.m. Tuesday at this Bay Area Marriott. Trebek heard someone rifling through his suitcase and sprung into action, but it didn't go as planned.
I fell in an ignominious heap to the carpeting, bruising my other leg in the process.
Trebek hobbled back to his room.
I called security immediately and gave them a good description of the woman.
The suspect was later apprehended by one of the security inside the hotel.
Police identified the suspect as 56-year-old Lucinda Moyers of San Francisco. They say she stole several items from the room, including a purse and Trebek's wallet. She's been booked on burglary charges. Not only did Trebek hurt himself, but he lost something sentimental to him in the process.
We got most of our stuff back, except for the one piece of jewelry that I ever wear. It's a bracelet my mother gave me many years ago, so that's gone.
The 71-year-old Trebek will have surgery on Friday and will be in a cast for several weeks. He was recently honored with a Career Achievement Award at the Daytime Emmys for hosting Jeopardy since 1984. In New York, Lauren Green, Fox News.
In tonight's Hot Shots, a lucky coyote tonight in Seattle. The pup was walking around with a jar over its head for days. Animal control officers were looking for it, but two brave neighbors spotted the pup. Roel Garcia and his partner Jeff Bryant quickly moved into action. They saw it walk behind their home, and Bryant crawled into the bushes, then pounced on the pup. The animal tried to run but tripped. That's when Bryant grabbed it and removed the jar. The coyote ran off afterward. They put food out for him, but he never returned.
Well, still pretty brave to do all that.
Yeah, wasn't a while ago a bear got stuck with something over his head?
Yeah, like a jar or something. That's it.
Or animals.
Training camp is finally underway at Dove Valley.
We'll take you to the first practice next in sports.
How I Met Your Mother, weeknights at 5 on Fox 21.
The man of truth, justice, and the American way is at it again.
That's right. The best super deals in town are going on now at Colorado Springs Dodge during my Super Summer Sale. Super rebates up to $67.50. Super discounts. New Ram $1,500, $299 a month. Super 0% financing for 72 months. All credit apps accepted, plus I'll pay if you trade no matter what you owe. Super savings are always at Colorado Springs Dodge, east of I-25 on Woodman Road. And remember, I'll meet or beat any bona fide deal, or I'll give you the car.
Everybody said, go to MedVet.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram has joined the MedVet family at the Big Gun Truck Center. With discounts as high as $10,500 off MSRP and financing as low as 0% for 60 months, you'll always get the best prices on trucks from MedVet. For service, parts, and sales on all of Colorado's favorite trucks, everybody said, go to MedVet. And join MedVet at the Douglas County Fair and Rodeo. That's MedVet, just minutes north of Academy on the I-25 corridor, depart the 181 route, Castle Rock.
Your American dream is out there. Go get it. American dreams come in all shapes and sizes. No two are the same. Can you feel it in your gut? Can you hear it call your name? Your American dream is your birthright, your duty, your privilege. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. American dreams don't come easy. They're gonna make you work for it. So put on your work boots, fire up your laptop, pour yourself a cup of coffee, because there's gonna be some late nights. American Family Insurance has dedicated our company to protecting your American dream for over 84 years. We've insured your house, your car, your business, your life, and we can insure the most valuable thing you will ever own, your dream. American Family Insurance is your American dream insurance. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it.
American Family Insurance.
What can a GMC Sierra get done in the next 90 days?
Its Bluetooth capability keeps you connected. Its touchscreen navigation gets you from one job to the next. And the Wi-Fi system turns it into a mobile workstation. About the only thing you won't do in a Sierra for 90 days is make a payment.
During the GMC summer event, get 0% financing for 60 months on a 2011 Sierra. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. See Wilcoxon GMC in Pueblo and Mike Shaw GMC in Colorado Springs.
Denver Bronco training camp kicking off today, and Kyle Orton and Tim Tebow taking the field under new head coach John Fox. And although Orton is on the trading block, he was working with the first-team offense. Orton is in the prime of his career as he enters his 6th NFL season, but the Broncos, they want to see what they have in Tebow, an intriguing second-year pro who started the final 3 games last season. Now Orton has thrown 41 touchdown passes to go with 21 interceptions the last 2 seasons while compiling an 11-18 record. Orton took questions after practice, and of course everyone wanted to know the same thing.
Are you at all surprised that you're still a Denver Bronco? No, you know, just a lot of stuff that goes on business-wise, and I really don't take any hard feelings or anything like that. You know, I'm excited to be here. Had a lot of fun out there with my teammates today, and you know, excited to have a great year.
But he's gone in a week. Denver Broncos have agreed to terms with linebacker Von Miller, the 2nd overall selection in the NFL draft. Miller's agent and the Broncos put the finishing touches on a 4-year deal worth about $21 million. Football chief John Elway tweeted, "We have agreed to terms with our first-round pick." Miller is the highest paid draft pick in team history. The Chad Ochocinco era is over in Cincinnati. The New England Patriots have acquired the wide receiver after he accepted a restructured 3-year contract from the Patriots. In exchange, the Bengals received 2 draft picks, one this year and one next year. The 10-year veteran caught 67 passes for 831 yards and 4 touchdowns last season. And the Patriots also improving their defense today as they also traded for Washington Redskins defensive tackle Albert Haynesworth. In return, the Redskins will get a 2013 5th-round draft pick. And the Miami Dolphins picking up Reggie Bush in a trade today with the New Orleans Saints. Reserve safety Jonathan Amaya will head to the Saints along with an undisclosed draft pick. Of course, last season Bush missed 8 games, and during the other 8 games was used as a role player with only 36 carries for 150 yards and just 34 receptions for 208 yards. It looks like Tiger Woods will return to golf next week at the Bridgestone International, ending an 11-week break to heal injuries to his left leg. Woods announced the decision on his website. Woods has plunged to number 21 in the world, his lowest ranking since 1997. And finally, the Colorado Springs Sky Sox in Tucson tonight, taking on the Padres. This game's in the 5th inning. The Sox lead this one 5-2. Nikki?
Well, stay with us. Your exclusive Fox 21 10 o'clock forecast is next.
This portion of Fox 21 News sponsored by TrueValueTrailers.com.
All-wheel drive all the time. Visit Huberger Motors today. The sexy legacy sedan, higher predicted resale than Camry, Accord, and everybody. The Impreza, for its size and its price, you get a lot. Outback, the state car of Colorado. Get yours today at Huberger Motors. Order online, BestBuySubaru.com. The Forester, sport utility should be fun. Huberger Motors, America's largest volume Subaru dealer, right here in Motor City, exit 140 off I-25.
Whoa, you went to a Subway restaurant. What are you saving up for? Are you buying a private island?
No.
Building your own space station?
No.
Are you getting a robot butler?
No.
Upgrading to bionic legs?
What? No.
Are you building a secret city at the bottom of the ocean?
No. I just like saving money on the food I like.
Oh, I knew that.
At Subway restaurants, $5 gets you one of many regular 6-inch fresh value meals with chips and a drink, or one of many regular footlong subs. Subway, eat fresh.
Toyota's nationwide clearance event is on. Take advantage of the summer's best selection and the year's biggest deals on our most popular models. It's the perfect time to save big on a Toyota, the full-line brand with the lowest ownership costs. Right now, visit your Toyota dealer and get 0% financing on 7 of your favorite new Toyota models, which means an average finance savings of $32.65 on a new Tundra. Toyota's nationwide clearance event ends soon. Hurry in today before time runs out.
You wouldn't know it now, but a few months ago, I was hurt in a severe car wreck. I got Frank Azar's phone number from a friend and called him. I felt my problems start to disappear as soon as I talked to him on the phone. And in the end, he got me $300,000.
I'm attorney Frank Azar. Hurt in a car wreck? Call me right now. I'll go to work to help you get the money you deserve.
I know his number by heart now. And if I'm ever hurt again, I'll use it. He got me $300,000.
Car wreck? Call in the strong arm.
Hair services provided by Style Salon. Why wait for a local weather forecast at 10:15 when you can get it right now? Here's Chief Meteorologist Terry Gerbstad with the Fox 21 Top of the Hour weather at 10.
What happens over the next 7 days? Let's find out. Here is a week's worth of weather, and we have at least a chance of showers and thunderstorms every afternoon and evening, but I think we'll dry out at least somewhat over the weekend. 83 tomorrow, a little bit cooler than normal, and we haven't talked about that in a long time, but back to 88 on Saturday, some low 90s Sunday and Monday, then we'll stay in the upper 80s through the middle of next week. And in Pueblo, 89 tomorrow, chance of storms, a little bit drier over the weekend as the temperature rises, and by Monday, high temperature, 99 degrees. So the heat is coming back, folks.
It will be back.
Cool.
Puts a smile on your face, didn't it?
I know, I like it. You have to enjoy it while we still have it, right?
That's true.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. For more news and weather, you can check out our website, coloradoconnection.com.
2.5 Men's coming up next. Have a great night, everyone.
Okay, how about this? If you let me have Jake this Easter, you can have him the 4th of July and Labor Day.
No, that doesn't work for me at all. How about I give you all the Jewish holidays?
When did we become Jewish, Alan?